So welcome to the Imagination Station, and right now it's a little bit of a mess because I'm turning it over and it's going to become winter. And I mean, all I have for winter right now is a little bit of ice cubes or icicles. And as I'm doing it, I'm going to turn it over and show you how I put together some of the exhibits that are here. This was our camping exhibit and our wind tunnel, and back here is our conveyor belt, and over there is my Velcro wall. So I have to show you this mess. And there's a method to my madness. About, I'd say 85% of this was just donated to me. And I get donations all the time. We get people that call, but I put it out there on social media. Hey, do you have extra, here I'll show you, wood pieces? Because I could use them in the Imagination Station. And I happened across a family friend that I'll talk about later that was cleaning out some storage units and donated a whole heck of a lot of stuff to us, which is incredibly exciting. And this is the Tinker Lab, or the arts and crafts area back here. So this is gonna get put away and everything's gonna get put up, and I'll show you how I'm gonna do some of that. And while I'm here, this is my Geo board, which we made out of, if I can get close enough to it, this is just metal, you can hear it, and nuts and bolts, and we bolted it to the wall, and it is super sturdy. It's not going anywhere. And we have different things that you can put on it. Rubber bands, the stretchy loops that are from, those looms. We have that. We have mason jar lids because I got a lot. Somebody had sent me a whole bunch of these, and just metal rings. But here's the tent area, and I'm going to take the tent down, but I wanted you to get a chance to see it. This was a very inexpensive, I think I paid $20 for this tent, and you can use anything really. You could even use blankets and make a fort out of it, but because this is the Imagination Station and I have a couple hundred kids or so through here, whatever I put in, I have to make sure it's reasonably sturdy. So in here, all I put was, well, they're not in here, but that's okay, I'll find them. I had lanterns, and I had little bug finger puppets, and I had a little bug box. Oh, there's one. And I bought some binoculars, and I just had it in here in a box, just a wood box. And then also the same thing with the camping. On the outside, they could make a little campfire if they wanted. And what this actually is, this is AstroTurf, or I guess they used to call it AstroTurf. It's very expensive fake grass. And you can see, I have pieces of it. Because what had happened is one of my teacher colleague friends did her house and said to me, would you like the rest? And of course, I said yes. So I pieced the whole thing together. So I'm going to take the tent down and show you what it looks like underneath. Okay, so you can see the grass a little bit better. You can see where I've patched it together, and it's just with duct tape underneath. And they're the little lanterns, and they actually make noise. They're adorable. I got those, I think on sale at Joann's. So I'm going to take the beautiful grass out of here now. So I started I took out the lake and the bridge, and now I'm starting to line the walls with snowflakes. But all I did is I went to Party City, and they were having a 50% off sale of all their, what they consider Christmas stuff. Not sure how snowflakes are Christmas, but anyway. So I bought the roll. I think I paid like $12 for the roll, and I'm going to line the walls. And I'll show it to you in a few minutes. Okay, so here's the progress I've made. I pulled out the green lawn, the fake grass, and actually it's sitting in a pile because I have to find a container for it. And underneath was a rug, and under that is my famous ice skating rink. The kids love this. And again, all it is, just like the lake that's blue, this is just white poster board that I laminated and taped together and then taped it down with some duct tape. And I took that roll of snowflake paper and I covered a wall and a half so far. I moved my wind tunnel and I tilted it so that the snow, also known as packing peanuts, will fly out at an angle, and I'll test that out tomorrow. And then I moved the tree that had the orange leaves on it, which I use for many different things. And I started to put some snow on it. I don't know if I like the way it looks, so I'm gonna mess with that. And then I took the black top off of the conveyor belt. And the conveyor belt is there, and I have styrofoam squares, giant ones, that actually I repurposed. They were for, I think mugs came in them or something one year. Anyway, they look like ice blocks. So they'll come down from storage and they'll go on there. So it's starting to shape up. And then the other side of the room, I'm gonna go ahead and cover up the Lego wall for a while. It's been here for a very long time, and I think it's time to put it away for a little bit. I like to do that. This area I moved a rug into, and we're gonna have as a light area. I have an overhead projector. Okay, it's 90% finished and ready to open. I just have to do a couple finishing touches. And this is the new Light Lab, and I have an old-fashioned overhead projector. If you can get one of these, I would highly suggest it. Look at how cool this is with the different plastic translucent pieces, and I have stacks of stuff for them to play with. Right now there's going to be a bar that's going to go across under the window there. They'll have buckets with different translucent objects that they can put up here. The bakery's almost done. It needs a couple final touches, so a few more signs on it. But I'll show you the bakery case, which I just realized my donuts aren't on. Uh-oh. They must be at home. I'll go get them. But anyway, we've got breads and cakes and cookies and all sorts of really fun stuff. Here is the wonderful kitchen that was donated. And here, and I just lined these. These are old preschool bookshelves or toy shelves, and I just lined them with some really nice paper. And I'll turn this way. And I put 2 milk crates and those old boards up, and then I covered them. And that's just butcher paper on the back of that one. I have to add a few more pictures. I think I want to get some photos for that. And then I had some, I think I had shown you in one video where I bought these at the 99-cent store, the decorating tips. I just stuffed them with cotton batting, taped them up, and stuck them in there. I'm not sure if they're holding up or will hold up, but we'll find out soon enough. And then across the room, the ice skating rink is all ready. I actually test drove this whole thing this morning. I had a group of kids in here, hence the snow all over the floor. And my bear looks exhausted. The one thing I did do, which was different, is I don't know if you remember seeing it, but I had a sensory table here. Excuse me. And I decided that it was too crowded. So I took the sensory table out. I may bring it back in a week or so. I want to see how the room flows with different kids in here before I bring it back in. So we'll see what happens. I may, like I said, bring it back in. If I do, it'll have snow in it. Here's my magnet table where I hung. If you could see it from this angle very well. Let me see if I can get behind the light. There we go. The chains, I just hung them from the ceiling. Carabiners are on them. These are metal. All sorts of different magnet things on here. Those magnet sticks that are in here, I have a gazillion of them, and I have to find them. They're upstairs in storage. And then my Velcro wall with ramps. And actually, I have this really fun idea for the ramp area next time I turn it over. And my Tinker Lab with some things on the table that have to go. And I want to give a huge, giant shout out to both Tom Nakasone and the whole Nakasone family for donating an enormous supply of arts and crafts supplies, the plastic shelf that's over there for my bakery, all of the lining I use, the green and white lining I use. There's stuff every place I look that they donated, and thank you, love you guys. So anyway, this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm going to put up some pictures with kids playing in it, and I think we're ready to open. Skate. I'm going to show me how you skate. Oh, very nice. Oh, you're the ice skating pro, mister.
Wow.
Guys, what's it doing? Go for it, Levi. Let me see. What's it doing? please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for lots more DIY videos and how-tos coming your way soon.